exhale quietly. You felt like luggage thrown down a staircase with contents you swore organized. You take careful aim with a method no one can quite follow. Measure once with unusual tools, not to yourself, and then commit completely to a cut that goes somewhere else entirely. You don't hedge your bets, you stack them, light them, and act surprised when the table disappears. Fail, fail, fail with momentum, with travel plans, with a bag already half packed. And you ran every time it started closing in. You didn't decorate the cage, you found a gap or made one and went through it badly. But you went, and sometimes, not often but enough, you landed somewhere that almost felt like it worked. Don't lose people cleanly, you evaporate around them, become a story told without dates. You leave like weather, noticed after the fact. You walked out of rooms mid-sentence, mid-life, mid-version of yourself. Not always for good reason, not always for reasons at all. Just a pressure, a sense that if you stay you will harden into something permanent and wrong. So you go again and again, like staying still is the only real failure. You've been a friend in past tense in multiple places. You've been, he was here for a bit in different accents. And you ran, not gracefully, not with a plan anyone could defend, but with enough instinct to know the walls weren't it. And you traded stability for the chance of something better. And sometimes you found a piece of it before it slipped again. And your mind doesn't settle, it scouts, it scans for exits. In conversations, in cities, in versions of yourself. You can feel a place go wrong before it proves it. You can outstay your welcome in your own thoughts. You build futures quickly, inhabit them briefly, then dismantle them when they start to resemble the past. You talk yourself into leaving with arguments that sound convincing at speed and ridiculous in hindsight. But they got you moving, they got you out. You could have stayed, that was always an option. You didn't, you ran on incomplete information, on instincts that didn't always hold, but they pointed away and you followed hard, fast, sometimes straight into another wall, but sometimes through. Your body has kept records, not neatly, not helpfully, but it remembers. It carries distances you didn't prepare for, sleeps badly in unfamiliar shapes, adjust poorly, repeatedly to new air, new floors, new ways of being tired. It wasn't built for this kind of use, constant relocation, internal or otherwise. It lags behind your decisions, arrive later complaining. Still, you take it with you every time. You don't leave it behind, you drag it through each attempt, through each restart, through each this might be it. It hasn't held up well, but it has held through all of it. And you ran even when it got harder to carry yourself, even when the exits narrowed, even when starting over looked identical to ending. You still chose movement over staying stuck. And that choice, repeated enough times, became something like a lie. You were not given a stable beginning, that much is clear. The ground shifted early, the walls closed in at odd angles. The air didn't quite suit you and you could have stayed. Many do, learn the shape of it, call it home. Stop asking, you didn't, you kept leaving. You kept breaking your own continuity, interrupting your own story on the chance that somewhere else would fit better. It didn't, not fully, not for long. But you found things small, temporary, real, the moments that held, places that almost work, versions of yourself that made brief sense. You wouldn't have had those if you'd stayed. You lost overall, that's not in question. The pattern is clear, but you stole pieces from it on the way through. And given the setup, given the starting hand, given the way things closed around you, running was the only move, and you played it over and over and over. Not well, not safely, not successfully, but fully. And for a while in between the collapses, you were somewhere else, and it was better. And that matters more than it looks like it does.